everybody, it's your girl Faye back with another video. Not paramore related, but something that I've grown to also hold dearly to my heart, Attack on Titan. This is my friend Lewis over here. Say hi.
Yeah,
I harassed him into watching and eventually reading AOT, and now he's just as whipped for it as I am.
too whipped.
Yeah.
Way too whipped.
Today we are going to be rereading the final two chapters of the manga because there is just frankly a lot to talk about, and we haven't been properly able to vent over the past few months. It's been a busy summer. Today, July 9th, is actually the third and fourth month anniversary of these two chapters. So it's actually a neat little coincidence. I can't believe it's already been months already.
Yeah, it feels like just yesterday when everyone was losing their mind over this.
I know, the internet when this came out, it was not pretty. It was not
It was
pretty.
not. No.
No. I actually think
Although,
that now is, oh, sorry.
oh no, I was just gonna say, I feel like now is definitely a better time to look at it though, because when you first
Yeah.
look at it, you have so many emotions going through you. So now it's
Yeah.
probably a good time to get a more clear outlook on it.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like emotions just aren't as high right now. And I mean, it's still pretty contentious. I'm not going to pretend that it's all peaceful, but I feel like people have kind of resided to their own little corners right now.
Yeah.
Not every post is this constant like battlefield with people from all over the fandom joining in, like the antis, the defenders, the shippers. I feel like everyone's in their own little faction right now. I feel like people are just kind of minding their business.
Yeah.
For now, we'll see when the anime picks up.
That's honestly scary to think this whole thing might just start up again once the anime onlys get caught up.
Oh yeah, like that's gonna be something to witness. That's not gonna be
Yeah.
fun. That's not gonna be fun at all. So I've also not read those 8 pages yet because again I've been busy. Not busy and not too busy to the point where I couldn't like be tweeting random BS on Twitter, but I've actually never got around to reading it. So consider this video partially a reaction. You read it though, right?
Yeah, I read it like the instant it came out, and I have things to say about him, but I'll wait till you see him.
Okay, so we are going to be starting with 138, A Long Dream, which was like kind of ignited the storm. And then 139, just everything exploded. Oops. Let's get into it. Chapter 138, A Long Dream. So here we got the rumbling. I was going to start this video. Are you ready to rumble?
We gotta start over. Gotta start the video like that.
Yeah, I was gonna start it like that, and I was like, "Oh fuck, no, I better not."
Oh, that would have been so bad.
Okay, so we got a lot going on. Oh, one thing I wanted to say is that this chapter came out on my birthday. So remember when I was like inconsolable at dinner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the death of Aaron, I would consider that a good birthday present, considering all the carnage he's caused up until this point.
Oh yeah, but like I would have been fine with it if they didn't add that cabin scene, and then it made me like horribly depressed about it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Let's get into what's actually happening right now, though. Right now, Falco in bird mode. He said "caca," and now we're flying with our boys. We're trying to get Aaron, and Armin just nuked himself and successfully took down the founding version of Aaron. He's no longer a giant fishbone. Big Comb is gone.
That's gonna be so creepy to see move once they adapt it.
Yeah. Mikasa's getting a headache, and she's kind of like thinking back to when Aaron was saying that it was a side effect of her rejecting her Ackerman instincts, which, ended up being BS. And she's thinking about when he said he hated her, which, that was so hard to watch.
Yeah, it was just, honestly, like even in the manga, like in the pages back then, the anime did a really good job of adapting just the pure look of just a dread on Mikasa. Because you weren't human if you didn't watch that and just feel sick.
Yeah, and it's starting to make me feel, because it turns out like the headache was caused by the memory of or the fake not fake, but the just memories of like the alternate reality trying to enter her head. So it's like it makes you wonder what the real cause of the headaches really are, because it's not Ackerman aversion or resistance, it's like completely something else. So I guess I heard that Ackermans are kind of resilient to memory manipulation. So maybe those headaches along like all this time were just, Mikasa's brain rejecting, manipulation of her memories. Maybe
If I
that.
recall correctly, I'm pretty sure they bring up what the headaches were in the 8 pages.
They did? Okay. Because
I
I
think
have no
so.
idea. Because
Yeah,
I'm
when
making
we
it
get
up.
there, when we get there, I want to say you're kind of close though.
Oh, I am?
Just
Oh, okay.
kind of, if I'm remembering correctly, and I'll tell you if I am once we get to it. But I think it's something like similar to that, but also different in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And there you see all the reunions of family.
Yeah. It's like makes you feel like it's gonna be okay, and then no, we stopped the rumbling. Y'all a little late. Good job.
Stopped.
4 fifths instead of 5 fifths. I really thought Reiner died like 3 times during that final battle.
Yeah. Honestly, the only real complaint I have of the last arc is that the final battle just felt really overwhelming at points.
Yeah, and I
Um,
mean, I feel like I agree with you, and I feel like at the beginning it was just me not being completely comfortable with the medium. Like I had
yeah,
never really read action in manga before. I had never really done that, and I just started to think that maybe everything will feel more cohesive and like better sequenced in the anime. You when it comes to like manga, your eyes do what they do. Your eyes will just go all over the place. That's just something that it'll naturally do. Whereas with anime, it's a lot easier. In video format, it's a lot easier to have like make a visual track and where control where your eyes go and control the sequencing of events and how your brain pieces it together and perceives it. So I think it'll feel a lot more fluid in the anime, so I'm not that concerned about it right now. But I
yeah,
think
yeah.
it's still
No,
gonna
me
be
either.
I think it's still gonna be like really hype when we see all the various incarnations of the Titans show up. It's gonna be really cool.
Yeah, I think it was definitely more an issue of limitations with manga as a medium instead of like just like a story issue, and
Yeah.
it's going to be exciting to see it. Yeah,
Yeah, that Mikasa, I am strong. That's gonna make the floor shake, bro. I'm gonna be screaming, cheering, hollering. Like I'm gonna be so excited.
honestly.
And
Oh,
then
that's going to be
boom.
so chilling.
Yeah, we thought we won, and then boom. Oh no. And then Jean's like, well, figures. Yeah, nah, it's not over. It's not over yet. My brother actually isn't a big fan of the founding Titan design. He wanted just Aaron's Titan, but way bigger. And it turns out he just had to wait.
I really like the founding Titan design because it's like it just seems like something out of like a cosmic horror story.
Yeah.
Uh, with its really weird proportions and like trying to imagine it moving. It's just I'm a fan, but I'm also a fan of this one. I think this one like has an equally chilling vibe to it, especially the way like Aaron's hair looks.
Yeah, I think there's just I love the progression of just how increasingly intimidating and just evil the Titan ends up looking. Like in the
Yeah,
beginning, he just looked like I mean, yeah, he was threatening, but he looked likable. He had like these really expressive eyes and this kind of like just punk rock type hair, and it was
yeah.
oddly he was oddly approachable.
Hmm.
Whereas, with these more recent designs, the eyes are becoming less expressive. They just kind of got this kind of glazed over look. Like it doesn't feel like a human anymore. It feels like this giant monster.
One of my favorite things about the way the founding Titan looked is just how soulless the eyes were. Like when they did those close-ups and you saw Aaron's head and his eyes were
Mm.
just like looking down almost with like no emotion. It was like it
You
was
really,
chilling.
yeah, you really don't feel Aaron's presence within the monster anymore.
Yeah.
Whereas with before, you felt that there was a human inside there. You felt Aaron's passion, you
Mm.
felt his rage. You could tell it was a person, and now it's just a hulking mass of just destruction. really good stuff, really. And I think Mappa did a really good job of kind of subtly redesigning Aaron's Titan
Yeah.
because I think they did a really good job. And now they're freaking out because they're like, oh fuck, he's back.
Yeah.
Everyone had their happy reunion, and now they're like, well, never mind, we got to go back. Oh my god, I
Oh yeah,
forgot about
this
this
part.
scene. I forgot
Yeah.
about this scene. And then the centipede thing starts spewing some gas the way Zeke did it in that village with Connie's mother. And then
Yeah.
oh no. I
Um,
I literally I almost rage quit. Like I was so mad. I thought we lost them. I was so mad. I thought we lost Jean, Connie. I was so mad.
honestly, yeah.
I have the screen recording with my brother when we first read these, like when they came out, and we were just like, "Oh hell, fucking no!" I was so pressed.
Yeah, honestly, I get it. Like I'll never forget the feeling I felt in that moment reading it. And I was like, there's no way they're gonna do this like right here at the very end. They're so close.
Yeah,
It,
I
it
mean, we
hurt.
should have known. We ended on we started this chapter on like a somewhat victorious note, and we got to just bring it all the way back down to rock bottom.
Yeah, victory doesn't fly here.
Yeah, no. Oh, yeah, and, sorry, just Reiner. This down here made me laugh.
Yeah.
It's funny. Just Reiner just gets bitched. In the beginning of the show, it was Aaron getting completely wasted left and right, but now it's Reiner. Bless him trying to defend. Actually finally serving the purpose of armored Titan. He's actually
Yeah.
defending people now. And before he was having to go on the initiative or go on the attack or the offense.
Yeah. He finally becomes the shield he was meant to be.
Yeah. Hold up, I need to change the battery in my camera. You see me again?
Yep, yep.
So yeah, Aaron's Titan. He looks so fucking cool. And I mean,
I
the
thought you were
only
gonna
thing
say
with
hot for a second and I got scared.
I would, bro. Once it's animated, I'm gonna say it. He looks so cool. He
Oh
looks
my
like Dracula.
god.
You just watch Castlevania. Doesn't he look like Dracula?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
They
The
both
only
had similar
thing,
intentions.
yeah. I'm gonna say something about that in a minute once we get to the cabin stuff.
Hey guys, sorry for the interruption and the poor audio. I just realized right now, though, that I never got to say to Lewis what I was talking about with Dracula, and I thought I'd just mention it now. I was saying how, since he pointed out that there seemed to be similar intentions between Dracula and Aaron, I thought it was ironic that instead of actually wiping out all of humanity, Dracula just ended up running away with his girl, just like Cabin Aaron did, and I thought that was a neat little similarity.
The only thing about this fight is that Armin's gonna get bitched.
Again.
Armin isn't gonna beat him, so it's like, ooh, showdown. It's like, okay, we know where this is going.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is such a insane panel, and I'm sure Matt
Oh,
was
it
crying
is.
reading this.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh no! Oh my god! Yeah, all of Titan's version of them are so scary.
Oh,
At
they
least
are.
Gene still has pretty eyes.
True, true.
At least he
Still,
gets that.
yeah.
Rip and
Kind
Mirror,
of
she was the only one who was like a truly ugly Titan.
honestly, this is kind of funny. I don't know if you see it, but Jean's Titan kind of looks like a horse. I don't know if that was intentional. I don't know if it's just what I'm seeing, but it kind of has like the similar like face of a horse. I
Oh
don't
my
know.
god. I mean, I thought I kind of looked like the cart Titan with just nicer eyes, but you're right.
Yeah.
Is Reiner trying to wrestle the giant centipede?
I wouldn't put it past him. I really wouldn't.
Listen, you gotta try everything at a certain point. Like this, you gotta just try it.
This is the same guy who went up to Aaron, the guy who professed how much he wants to kill all Titans, and was like, "Hey, yo, I'm the armored Titan." So
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past him if this was his idea. He's our favorite himbo.
So they're trying to take out the giant centipede, but Mikasa's still out here with the headache. Everyone's
Yeah.
preoccupied. Only people on Falco are Levi and Mikasa, but she's just like her head's exploding. And then she sees little Eren against the tree. Oh no, here
Yeah.
it goes. Here it goes. Here we go. I want to go back to our home. Okay, I might cry during this. Fuck. Okay, first things first. I want to know who they stole this cabin from. Because I know their asses did not pay for it. And I
Yeah.
know Aaron's unskilled ass did not build it. So who had to become homeless so these two had a place to fuck?
That is a very good question. I also wonder, do you think they're still on Paradise?
Nah, apparently it was in the like the concept, some sort of like concept book or character guide or whatever it was. There was revealed that this was like supposed to be like Switzerland.
Oh.
So they're on the mainland, but
Oh,
they just
wow.
ran away.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, but they did not build this cabin. I'm sorry, they stole it.
They
I know they
definitely
had
did.
no money. I know they ran away with nothing.
Hey, I mean, the last time Aaron and Mikasa were both in a cabin alone, they disposed of the owners pretty quickly. So wouldn't be surprised if they did it again.
When Aaron was like, "You must have been exhausted," people were asking, "What were you guys doing that made her so tired, huh?"
Aramika stands stay winning, I swear.
They do, except with them 8 pages.
Yeah, yeah. In the next couple pages, they won't be winning so much.
Oh my god, I don't want to cry. I didn't ask myself if it's really okay for me to be here. Bro, rip Armin.
Oh yeah.
imagine your two besties run away and they don't tell you where they are. I do have to ask you though, do you really think that Aaron would have not done the rumbling if Mikasa confessed to him?
I'm of the belief that he probably might have still done it. I think I think half of I think Aaron was partly upset when she said family, um, both because of the disappointment and also because he knew she was going to say it. You know,
Yeah.
um, I don't know. If she didn't say it though, I can't see him like running away like this. Because it's like that scene on the wagon at the end. Like he cares about his friends and like he knows that when he's gone, like Mikasa and Armin and everyone else are still gonna live in like this awful world where like everyone's trying to kill them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I guess maybe not Mikasa if they do run away to Switzerland, but you know, still.
One thing though is just like I've never seen people get so mad over something that didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like people were so livid that this is even something that Aaron considered. And I feel like it goes to
Yeah,
show like how much the character writing meant to the fan base, because like even if this doesn't really affect the plot at all, it's just the intentions behind certain characters' actions and just their mentalities mean just as much to people as the actual story events. That
yeah.
just a complete like AU scene that does not affect the actual story at all got people so worked up. Just finding out that a part of Aaron wanted to just be with Mikasa and live in peace instead of destroying the whole world, like that just did not rub people the right way.
Hey, I don't think you understand. Aaron is supposed to be a Chad with no emotions. You know, the scene completely
Exactly.
goes against everything he stands for, you know?
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah, that's honestly what it is to a lot of people. Like the fact that he can even feel these emotions and like want something like this is like just a huge contradiction to them for some reason. Because you know, it's not like Aaron has ever displayed affection or care for his friends in the show at all or manga at all. You know, he's never done that. No, it's really weird how like split half of this. Like I don't think I've ever seen community so split on a character, like understanding of a character.
part of me wants to be like, oh, it's because of how ambiguous the last chapter was with a lot of ways, but there is some like blatant denial about a lot of, you know, very strong character choices, like this cabin scene and the 139, you know, scene with Aaron and Armin. Like, it's very apparent that he is not this stone cold like Chad. I hate saying that.
Yeah.
I hate it, but it's very clear that that's not who Aaron is completely. Yet people just are ignoring it. And I
Yeah.
mean, I think I have more to say about that when we talk about 139. But yeah, people were not happy about this chapter, this segment right here. What do you think of this? Just a question. This isn't part of the notes. What do you think of like a WandaVision-esque show where Aaron and Mikasa are living the cabin life, but like they can just feel the memories of what really happened kind of seek in. You know, the reality of it crumbles the same way that like Wanda was putting on a fake reality to prevent herself from dealing with what really happened.
I could honestly like, I think that would be a cool concept. And I know the anime would never do this because it would piss off a lot of people, but it would be such a cool like diversion if they did a full episode like that. Like imagine a full episode, like like it cuts away with Mikasa and Levi riding on Falco going towards Aaron. And then the next episode is just a completely different scene. Mikasa and Aaron are like in the cabin, you know, they're living a normal life. And every now and then they can really play into like the psychological horror of it. And you know, I think it would be a really interesting like anime only thing that could be added. So I think it could also like add further weight to when Mikasa finally does like kill Aaron. Like imagine that, like a whole episode where like, you know, there's little like things off, you know,
Totally.
Mikasa's like slowly bursting out of it. She gets like little flashes of the show when he was like under the tree. That would be a cool concept. I don't think they're gonna do it because it would be really different, and I feel like it might anger a lot of people because they're gonna be like, just give us what's happening. But I think it would be a really cool like experimental thing to do.
Yeah. Also, like, unfortunately, like with Mappa, you just got to consider like how under pressure they are, and like you have to consider like the production possibilities. And you know, I really don't want to rush them or give them anything more to do. So I don't have any hopes for a Mappa OVA. But oh, speaking of OVAs, have you ever seen the Lost in a Cruel World OVA with Mikasa?
I actually haven't. No, I gotta watch that and the Levi one. I haven't seen.
Oh yeah, well, this actually ended up being really ominous. It's set all the way. Well, it's set in season 3, but Mikasa has a flashback to a moment in season 1 after she learns that Aaron is dead and kind of gives up. Remember that moment, like in the alley right before Aaron's Titan shows up? Yeah. She like gives up hope, and what she does in the episode is she starts to fantasize about a world in which her parents were never killed and the wall was never breached, and she just kind of gets to have a normal friendship with Aaron. And for most of it, it's just like this fun world where you get to have like a little meet cute instead of murder. But at the end of the story, Aaron is still killed. So spoilers, but that Aaron is still killed, and he dies because of his ambition to get out of the walls. Kid Aaron is still trying to get out of the walls. He still wants to join the Survey Corps. He still wants to do everything. It's just that he hasn't had the opportunity that was handed to him in our timeline.
Yeah, in this world, the walls weren't breached.
Yeah, like Mikasa's parents were never killed, and the Colossal Titan never kicked in the wall. So at first, you know, watching it, I was just like, oh, baby Aaron, baby Mikasa, meet cute. But now it's just like really ominous because it explicitly establishes that even in alternate realities, all possible explored timelines, Aaron's death is just inevitable. And you know, no rumbling, Aaron dies because of the curse. Rumbling, Aaron's killed by Mikasa, and even in Mikasa's fantasies, Aaron still dies. So yeah, what was I saying? I was like, okay, so no matter what timeline we're in, Eren, his death is inevitable, but even more, Mikasa just can't stop him. He's just this unstoppable driving force, and she's just chasing after him no matter what. He's just out of reach. And no matter what universe they're in, they're never destined to have a long life together, which, ow. That makes me so sad. But I think a lot of people were criticizing Eren's character in 139 because of his supposed selfishness towards Mikasa, kind of coveting her, wanting her to be, only his. But I mean, that's what he's saying to Armin. What he's saying to Mikasa right here is like, move on from me. Like right here,
Yeah.
he's saying, once I'm dead, throw out the scarf. Please forget about me. Be free. You have a long life ahead of you. Like, these are very much not selfish things to say to somebody. And he's getting criticized for this like dude moment he has with his friend rather than what he's actually saying to the girl in question.
Yeah, it does like feel a lot more realistic that he would say that to Armin too. Because I know that if I was still like hung up over someone, it'd be addictive to be selfish to them when they're trying to move on and be like, no, I still want to be with you. But that's absolutely something you would tell to your best friend or something.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and here comes the scene.
Oh no, here it comes. Okay, so once again, Eren kind of bitches Armin with a punch.
Yeah.
But then Mikasa is like, I'm sorry, I can't. And she just tightens it even tighter around her face, the scarf. Eren is inside the mouth. Now, here's my theory. I think Eren sent this memory to her explicitly right now, and I think while they were hugging, he told her where he was because she really had no idea or no way of knowing that. But I also think that Eren wanted Mikasa's final memory of him to be something somewhat sweet. Because remember, up until that point, the last time that they had met each other, their final interaction was him telling her that he hated her. Yeah, I was thinking that he wanted her final memory of him to be a bit more positive than what it really was. So that's what I think is going on here. We got the Ackerman team up, one final team up for the Ackermans. Hey. Everyone back me up, understood. She's going in. Levi blew it up. She got in. I think this panel right here is so cool.
Oh, absolutely.
I think her pose is so awesome. Like, it's so action-packed. Izayama really is a great action illustrator. I think he became a really great action illustrator. And she just looks so sick right there. And I'm so excited to see it animated. Yeah, and here it comes. Here we go. Oh no. I could cry looking at Eren's just expressionless. It's one of those looks where it's like there's no expression but so much expression at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, you could just map anything onto it. You can map sadness, content, dread, or you can just say he's not thinking anything at all.
Yeah, it's a powerful shot.
Yeah, really. And I didn't even notice the first time that his head was already severed. I didn't even notice that at the first time, but you can see the blood and the fact his hair is chopped. And then we get to the see you later, Eren.
Wait 1 second. In the cabin scene, are they wearing the same outfits they wore when they were a kid?
I think Eren had a coat on.
Oh, okay. Because I saw the outfit Mikasa was wearing, and it looked like really similar.
When she says "see you later, Eren," this of course ties into the very first panel of the manga where young Eren wakes up from a quote-unquote dream, crying and not really knowing why. Child, like, the mind fuckery that I felt seeing that for the first time, reading that, I was so speechless and just so impressed the way it all connected. Like, it was just felt like one big loop, and that's what it was essentially. But I always feel like profound when things like kind of like when things that are set in stone for a long time ago just kind of loop all the way back around. I always feel like this really profound sensation. Yeah. And I'm gonna lose my mind when it's animated. Although I am gonna make a prediction though. I feel like the anime, I'm guessing that it's gonna cut back directly to that scene because Like right after she makes the kill, I feel like it's gonna cut to Eren waking up as a little boy. Because the anime lacks two bits. The anime, it lacks Eren's vision of Mikasa, and it lacks Eren asking her why her hair got so long. So the connection isn't really made as clear. So I feel like, it's not going to be as graceful, but to make sure that people understand that this is what he was dreaming about, they're going to just cut it back directly. It's still going to be like a total mindfuck moment. And I'm going to get chills and I'm going to cry, and the anime onlys are going to lose their mind. The reaction videos are going to be so good, dude.
Oh, they are. I'm so excited for them.
I know. It's going to be great. But I mean, excitement aside, these last two chapters really made me realize how much I cared for Eren and how much I wanted his soul to be saved. Even though like I had given up on it, I remembered, or I realized that I did like him, and I did want him to like overcome these like mental challenges that he had, because I was always thinking when he was a kid that like there was something wrong with this boy and I wanted him to overcome it. And just to see that by this point, when he's a little boy on the tree, that like so early in his life, he was never going to be saved. He was already completely doomed. And that just really tugged on the heartstrings for me. And it makes you wonder, like, by how far back was it too late? Like, was there ever hope? I mean, like, he's 9 years old and he saves Mikasa, and that's the person who ends up killing him. So already by then, you've already messed that up. And then you think about Grisha, when he inherited the Attack Titan, he already was thinking about what he was saying to Eren, his son Eren. And that was like at least 13 years prior. So it's just, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't think, I really do think it was before he was even born. So I think I mentioned this before, but like when Eren Kruger mentioned like saving Armin and Mikasa, at that point, I think it was already over.
Yeah.
As sad as it is to say, but it's like Mikasa told Eren, probably gonna butcher the exact quote, but it's a cruel world, or the world is a cruel place. One of those two.
How early on did you think that Grisha had access to Eren's memories of the rumbling? Like, because we didn't really see him react to it until the night he killed the Rice family.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't until he inherited the Founding Titan that he saw the memories of the future Founding Titan.
Yeah, maybe, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know, because I feel like if Grisha knew that Eren was going to do that, he wouldn't have gone along with it.
Yeah, to be fair on Grisha's part, though, he was like very, very broken after killing that family. He was probably really, I was going to say, he was probably like really traumatized after like killing those children, that he probably couldn't even really have time to think about the memories, like you remember the scene where Eren was showing Zeke his father after what he did. Like he was a broken person, and he was like, why did we have to do this, Eren? And it was shortly after that where he gave like the Founding Titan and the Attack Titan to Eren. I think it was that very same night. I can't remember.
Yeah,
but yeah, he probably didn't have a lot of time to ponder, but it almost makes you think, if Grisha knew what Eren was going to do you think he would have like still gone through with it?
Well, we got one panel left, and it's probably going to be one of the most famous panels in manga history.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is. I mean, isn't it crazy how this is how it ends? Like, Mikasa kills Eren. That's the big spoiler. That's the big ending spoiler. Mikasa kills Eren. It doesn't feel real yet. Once again, I know we keep saying, I know that we keep saying this, but like once it gets animated, the internet's gonna explode.
I think this shot in the anime is. I hope they make it like a static shot, like it doesn't move, kind of like they did with the shirtless Eren shot. Because I genuinely think this might, once more people watch it and know the spoiler, it might honestly become as iconic as the shirtless Eren shot.
Yeah. One thing I think they might do though, I feel like just they might, you know how in the past Mikasa's kind of leaning down to kiss Aaron. I feel like
Yeah,
they might like splice that with this, and then it, maybe they like almost kiss or they kiss in the past, and then it cuts to her kissing the severed head.
yeah.
So they
That
might
would
do
be
that. We got some options here, and they're the creative directors are doing a fantastic job. So I don't doubt that they're not gonna. I don't doubt that they're gonna frame it really well. But yeah, it's gonna go be crazy when this gets animated. And I'm just saying that to all future watchers or readers of NSK, like you got to get on that shit now because I
yeah.
really feel like it's gonna become one of those like inescapable spoilers that's just gonna be part of the
Oh
show's
yeah.
buzz. Like like Snape killing Dumbledore. Like everyone knows that
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah, like
Like
people who haven't even read like Harry Potter or seen the movies knows that happens. It's
yeah,
probably
like
gonna
I
become
really
like
feel.
that.
Yeah, so I'm telling people like that's like part of my pitch. Like I have like this little pyramid scheme of people watching and recruiting people for AOT, and I'm telling you like, yo, once this is over, like you're gonna know everything.
Yeah,
Like this is gonna be something that everyone knows, and I'm
yeah.
telling you right now. So
How
she's
many
kissing.
people? Oh,
I'm
sorry.
sorry. No, go
I
ahead.
was gonna say, how many when this gets animated, how many people do you think are gonna make this their like Twitter profile? Like imagine that.
Well, at least one person, because I'm gonna too.
Okay, okay.
She kisses him here, which like sent Reddit into like this weird frenzy because everyone was suddenly concerned about consent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, like the Historia being forced into becoming pregnant was fine, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I really like it. I think it's like really dark and fucked up, like the rest of
Yeah.
the show. So even more so if it's implied that she's like not hallucinating, but can't really fathom like or discern what's reality and what's the cabin AU. Like she's and still thinking like she's leaning in to kiss past Aaron. Like I just think it's really twisted, and
Yeah.
I enjoy it. Like I think it's cool, and it's going to be a very powerful note to end on for this episode. If they end it on, uh, if they end the episode on this scene right here, it's going to be a really powerful note to end on.
Oh yeah. Imagine
Mm-hmm.
the to be continued after this. Everyone would lose their mind.
Me, I'm going to lose my mind, and I already know what happens.
I have two theories for what two of the to be continues in like
Okay,
the
let's hear
season's gonna
it.
be.
Let's hear
One
it.
of them is gonna be this one. And
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling I've seen fan animations where they do this, and I feel like they might actually do it. The other
Mm-hmm.
one is gonna be when Gabby shoots Aaron's head off.
Oh
I
yeah,
feel like they would do
100%.
that.
100%.
Yeah. It's either gonna be her, like you're either gonna see her shooting his head off, or you're just gonna see like the trigger being pulled and like hear the shot. But one of those, I feel like they're gonna do that.
Oh
That
yeah,
would be
like
so evil.
yeah, like the anime kind of shuffles around and like pacing of the show, but there are like things that are I know they're gonna end on, like Annie melting from the crystal.
Oh yeah.
That's definitely
Oh
gonna be
yeah,
the end
that
of the episode.
that could definitely be one. Yeah. Oh, you know what
Yeah.
else would be a cool one? The
What?
one where like Reiner wakes up and he sees like everyone there and they're all like, "It's time to save the world."
Oh yeah, 100%.
That would be a hype ending.
Mm. So I mean,
But yeah.
chronology wise, this is the end for Aaron and Mikasa. A very very sad story.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on them as a pairing? Like how they're written?
Um, I don't know. I'm one of those people that don't really see much romantic potential in AOT because it's just so sad. Like it's a really tragic and dark story, but I could kind of see it. If it were to be anyone, it would be them. I was in anime only until season four's like midpoint. That's when I started reading the anime. I started reading the manga. That's an infamous quote. But I didn't really. If there was going to be one romance, I always thought that Aaron and Mikasa had a lot of scenes that made me go like, wow, like that's a little on the nose. Case in point, ending of season two. Like that was really on the nose. And a lot of people kind of look at that and they kind of deny any romantic subtext there, but it felt like really, really on the nose and obvious. Um, like especially that I'm going to continue to wrap your scarf around you, Mikasa. Like, I don't know how you can't pick up a romantic subtext from that.
Yeah.
Um,
'Cause trust me, I got a brother. We don't talk to each other
but
like that.
I don't know. Yeah, and I have a sister. I would not tell her that. That is weird. But
Yeah.
no, as far as like them as a pairing, it's cool. I guess they're not really a pairing because they didn't really
Doesn't
get together
happen.
in the end. That's the funniest part about the fandom meltdown. So many people are mad about a ship that like never went anywhere. One of them had to kill the other.
Yeah, literally.
It's
So, I mean, my thoughts on it. When it comes to ships on the show, I only really shipped Ymir and Astoria, and I kind of shipped
yes.
Levi and Hanji. So straight L's for me.
Oh no,
So
but
yeah,
Ymir and Historia were perfect.
yeah. So other than my collecting L's, Eren and Mikasa were always kind of complicated for me. I didn't really ship them in the traditional sense where it's like, oh my God, they're so cute. To me, they read more like a tragedy where they never got to be together and they both kind of brought together and torn apart because of terrible circumstances. And their story has a horrible beginning and a horrible end. It's really sad. And there's this
Yeah.
kind of like abstract, figurative nature to it. And that's what makes it so powerful to me. Like when you read Romeo and Juliet, are you really moved because you shipped them? Do you think about their interactions or them as individuals? No, it's the tragedy that really gets you. And that's not to say
Mhm.
that there isn't strong character writing for Eren and Mikasa, but I'm saying that the tragic or profound story beats are more alluring than their actual chemistry. And that's what I think the appeal is, because I think it reads like a really beautiful storybook, these two. And even though watching it didn't get me like like with other people, other ships, like Ymir and Astoria, I was like straight shipping. I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, with them. And I mean, Levi and Hanji were like a
Yeah.
cute little fan ship I had, but these two, like, it felt like just heavy stuff, and it made me just as sad as it made me happy. So that's my thoughts
Yeah.
on them as a couple,
Yeah.
or as a pairing, because they were never a couple.
True. Yeah, no. I guess we're gonna get into this later, but I feel like ANR really does depend on Eren and Historia being a thing.
Yeah, I
Which
predict that too. I feel like that's going to be a case.
I can't see an ending where you can confirm when I first started watching the show and you got me into it. One of the first things I said, which both aged greatly and terribly, was Eren's gonna die a heroic death.
You had the first half right.
Yeah, they had us the first half. I'm not gonna lie.
I did, but I just couldn't see an ending where Eren survives. Just because I don't know, that just felt like the story that was going to be like told like a tragedy. I just didn't think it would be this much of a tragedy. Um, and I feel like at the end of the day, whether you want to go with the Eren and Mikasa route where Mikasa kills him, or the Eren and Historia route where like Eren lives to like be like old and he raises a family with them, both of them have a tragedy component to them. The first one is the tragedy that Mikasa has to kill Eren, and the second one is the tragedy that Eren has to kill his friends. And I think from like a storytelling perspective, the first one just makes more sense because like there have been like numerous times where Eren has like implicitly like showed that he cares about his friends and he doesn't want anything bad to happen to them. And then there was that wagon scene where he explicitly says, I don't want any of you to get my Titan because I want you all to like live long happy lives. And I don't know, as far as like tragic like endings were, as far as tragic endings where Eren gets with someone goes, I just think I'm about to say the Mikasa one fits, which is tragic in itself because they don't end up together, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
It's sad, but
I would say like just this was a really great chapter. Just in
yeah,
terms
it
of
was.
action and drama and just heart jerking or tear jerking drama. Yeah.
Very strange phrasing on that one.
I'm still laughing at, are you ready to rumble?